Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I had said a little fib. I thought I was going to be able to start over there this week, but I'm starting here this week because over there I didn't get in till like hours ago from Miami. I should have checked my honey-do list because we have a whole bunch of stuff to do today and tomorrow for like house stuff and with the kids stuff and all that kind of stuff. So I got to take care of that stuff, but I'm doing this right now because I wanted to set up what I'm doing through this off season and kind of my schedule on how the Cowboys need to proceed in this off season. Now, first I said that I'm okay. I'm okay with the coaching decisions. I think, in my opinion, it is the best we could have done being the Dallas Cowboys. It's probably the best we could have thought could have happened if we got rid of McCarthy, because we're not going to go out and pull a big name in or whatever. We're going to go and do it then and all that kind of stuff. But the type of hires they are, the type of offense they want to run, and the type of things they want to do or whatever, it kind of fits. So I'm willing to see that. Now, this is the kicker, what we do in these next like 3 months, coming up to training camp and mini camps or whatever, how we add to our roster coming up. Okay. Now these are my different things in order of what we need to do. And number one is clearly just to sign Micah. I mean, the way Micah played toward the back end of the season was enough to prove that dude can lift the defense up, and that dude can be a huge positive on our defensive side of the ball. Even when he's not getting sacks or whatever, his drive and all that kind of stuff is infectious. So Micah is an elite player, and he gives the other players around him them energy as well. It's almost like a super trait in the Madden or college football, to where you're so good that you make the others around you a little bit better or whatever. Micah is that guy. You know what I'm saying? And Micah wants to be here. And, like I said, I really wasn't into trading Micah, but the way Micah performed at the end of the season makes me say, look, man, we'd be crazy to let this guy go. Period is all. So number one thing is to sign Micah, because in my opinion, just having Micah over there in that defense keeps it at a certain level that it can't go down. It creates a floor. A nice floor, a pretty high floor over there on our defensive side of the football. All they got to do is play well, and there'll be at least a decent defense with Micah. Sign Micah. Okay, number two, find your running backs. Your running backs. And this is draft only. Find the running backs in the draft that would fit the way that you want to run your offense, the way you want to, your scheme, the way you want to, what you want to do to the defenses. Do you want to punish them? Do you want to shake them out of their boots? Do you want to spread them out and hit them? What do you want to do to the defense? They already know that. So we don't know that yet, but they know what they want to do to the defense. So now that they know what they want to do to the defense, pick the right player. The right player that's going to execute that. Next, number three, find offensive line. And I'm free agent only here because I feel like we need veterans. I feel like we need veterans now with this group. We got a lot of young talent. We've got good young talent. We've got elite young talent with Tyler, and we have up and coming young Tyler from the draft last year. So I think we need veterans that can actually support them, show them how it's done in the NFL, talk to them on a player-to-player level and that thing. And if they're getting hurt in the game, you know what I'm saying? If Tyler is getting destroyed on the end, we can pull Tyler and put and put a veteran in there to sustain and not worry about Tyler's mentality getting blown apart if he doesn't, get any better. So we need veterans on the offensive side of the ball that fit into what I was saying with the running back, that fit into the style of offense that we want to run. If we want to run through the defense with a zone blocking scheme or power blocking, or you want agile guys that can get out and block for a faster running back, whatever type, because it's about that, guys. It's not about the name. They make you think it's about the name, and more names you have, it's about the type of player and the scheme that can help your scheme the most. And get those veterans and it doesn't have to be a high price veteran, of course. That's definitely what I do not want. But veterans that know how to play the position in a way that you want to play the game, period. Number 4, defense. Get defense. And I'm not completely sure. We'll go over that of what Eberflus wants on his defensive scheme and what he needs to be successful. I don't know what that could be. That could be something as simple as signing a Myles Garrett in free agency. It could be signing a bunch of a lesser role guys that can fit a whole bunch of positions that come together as a unit. It could be either or. You know what I'm saying? So and to be honest about Garrett, about Myles, super expensive, super crazy thing to think about to bring somebody like that on your team. But if you have Micah and Myles, you can just surround them by NFL talent, young, strong NFL talent. You know what I'm saying? Because those guys, when you need a stop, the other team's not going to do anything, especially if you need to throw the ball. It'll be like the pitcher's Satchel Paige and him telling the infield to come in. You're not hitting it out there. Y'all just cover this right here because the quarterback is not going to have time to throw the ball out there. And if he do, the safety should be able to hawk it down. You know what I'm saying? So having Myles and Micah, that even sounds good. Myles and Micah, having those on your defense is like it's insane. So it could be as simple as something like that, and then put all your focus on offense and let Eberflus find young talent. Because just thinking, if Philadelphia, I'm using them as an example a couple of times. Philadelphia Eagles, they went and got some good talent for their secondary. It didn't have to be great talent. They put some good talent out there, and that good talent played very well because they were supported by a monstrous front seven. So the same thing about Micah and Myles and Overshawn too. You throw that on top of it or whatever. The front seven is just ridiculous, and we just put some guys back there that can play ball. You know what I'm saying? So and another thing with a person like Myles, and I'll move on. Those are the only type players that I would like to go for in free agency. Someone where you got to pay a whole lot of money for them, but they're worth it. Again, Philadelphia example, Saquon Barkley. Just go get that guy. And he wasn't the MVP of the Super Bowl. He wasn't the guy that actually did the work in the Super Bowl for them to win. He was, since he had a phenomenal regular season and was such a threat, the Kansas City Chiefs had to focus their entire defensive scheme on stopping him. And they pretty much did that, but they lost the game because it allowed their weapons to go crazy. I'm going to say that again in my next one. Offensive weapons, number 5. We need to add young talent. It's number 5 because we can get it later, but it's not number 5 in the attention that we need to put on it. And also, it's not number 5 in the way we get somebody, because I would easily take one of the young wide receivers in the first round this year to go to this offensive talent. But we need weapons, and we've needed it since we lost Amari Cooper. But we don't have to invest in it heavily, but we do have to research it heavily to find those players. Again, I'm like beating a dead horse. Find players that will help us. I am open to one of the first round in this draft, but I'm not open to veteran wide receivers with big contracts throughout the league, like Devontae Adams, Amari Cooper, Cooper Kupp, somebody like that. I would rather go young, you know what I'm saying? Because hopefully we're focusing on run the ball, but we do need those weapons to go back to the Super Bowl. When the Chiefs defense was focusing on Saquon Barkley, the Jalen Hurts, actually him by himself, hurt them terribly. You know what I'm saying? And then all the weapons were able to do stuff outside of Saquon Barkley. So, Saquon Barkley. So that's where you are. You know what I mean? Just find those guys that will help our scheme. And so with us doing this offseason, this is very important. We have to watch everything we do, because this is going to determine our season. We know we're not good enough at this moment. We know. And if they're not significant changes and significant moves and significant additions, you know what I'm saying, to our roster. Not Brandon Carr type again, that was just a name, and you just got a name to make us feel better. But he was never, no disrespect to Brandon Carr, but he was never a number one that we spent all the money for. So if you're going to spend like that, go get a big old player. But other than that, make the right moves. Make the right moves and make a lot of them to bring at least give us potential. At least give us something different. Don't do what you did last year to us. Tell us you're all in. Oh, my stuff low. Tell us we're all in, and you're absolutely not all in. That's what we don't want. All right, guys. I'll see you on Wednesday over there. All right? Holla at you. Peace out.